What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video on Dusk. Alright, wanted to cover this. I'm not even sure when the last time I covered Dusk was. A long time ago I assume, because Dusk, normally not a lot of people are interested in Dusk. But I think right now if you look across the markets, movement has been relatively flat. Altcoins have seen a bit of a dump yesterday as well, turning into a bit of a recovery this morning. But then if you look at Dusk is still doing fine. If you look at the daily time frame, you might even go as far as saying that we are still very bullish. So wanted to give you my thoughts, wanted to do a full update on Dusk right here. As you can see, if you look at the daily time frame, like, we are really bullish. Ever since getting that breakout right here above 38 cents and then 40 cents, I think we have been relatively bullish. But what's also true is that even though right now we look quite strong on the short term as well, I think that there's two things you need to know. First of all, it looks to me that Dusk is relatively manipulated, or at least the market maker is doing some weird things. Because what you see is you see some very, very big buy orders coming in. For example, right here, the 4th of June, so last week, Tuesday. And then you do see these slower sell-offs. Slower sell-offs, but also bigger sell-offs, which usually, I mean, you can see it all throughout, basically since the 28th of May. So for the last 2 weeks, you get these big buy orders with these gradual sell-offs, which usually is whales buying up tokens and then slowly selling them off to make a profit, which is not what you want to see. Now, what I do think is different this time around, because right now, as you can see, Dusk, after that drop on Friday, when we found support at 40 cents, we've been very strong. And what you can see now is that, again, you still have these big buys coming in. So for example, yesterday morning you had one, and then yesterday afternoon you also had one, but now it's a little bit more gradual, and it seems to be a little bit more sustained, which I think is bullish, because if you look at Dusk, the one thing we need to do is we need to break out of this weird spiky consolidation. And the top of that consolidation is 48 cents. If you go to the daily time frame, that's a very strong resistance level, as you can see, and it's also the 0.5 fib of this move down. So the main question is can we break above that? And I think the answer is yes, right? Usually, first of all, when we talk about the market structure, usually when you have somewhat of a bullish market structure, which I do think we have, especially if you look at the daily time frame, there's no reason to suspect that we're going to be bearish from this. Usually if you have a bullish market structure and you get into a consolidation, like we've done right here, usually that continues with a bullish breakout and a continuation of the bigger market structure. Apart from that, there is still a significant chance that Bitcoin turns bullish, which would be great. That's not guaranteed, and that's also one of the things that can kind of spoil the fun, all right? Because one other thing that's bullish is that Dusk is gaining a lot of momentum here. Now, like I said, that's a bit of a two-way street, because all the big buys that are coming in right now will be sold off again at some point of time. But the momentum in combination with the market structure, for me, is enough to believe that maybe we'll find resistance here once more, but that we will break out eventually, relatively soon, and that will rally up to the next price target around 54 cents. So that's what I think is most likely. If you look at the technicals, if you look at the fundamentals for Dusk specifically, the one thing that can spoil the fun is Bitcoin. If Bitcoin really continues to dump here, so if we really see some sort of a rejection from 69,700 and a continuation under 68,000, then I cannot really see Dusk breaking out. All right, Dusk is strong on its own, but it still reacts to market moves as well. So keep your eyes on that. All right, as long as we're good there, this will be good as well. But that is something you need to keep that's something you do need to take into account. But those are my thoughts, right? That's what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.